Very good morning, children. In yesterday's class, we learned about the microorganisms which are responsible for diseases in human beings. Huh? So, different kinds of pathogens. Pathogens means, disease causing microorganisms. So, these pathogens, how they are going to be responsible for causing the diseases, and how they are going to be spreading from person to person, and what kind of diseases are going to be the people are getting infected, and the mode of transmission, how the diseases are going to be transmitted. Then the preventive steps also we learned, how we can prevent the diseases in human beings because of microorganisms. So under harmful microorganisms, we learned the diseases caused because of harmful microorganisms, maybe bacteria or virus, or other fungal diseases. So what are the fungal diseases like eczema, ringworm? All these are caused because of fungus. Is it clear to children? So all the diseases we learned. So if I ask you question, do microorganisms responsible for diseases in other than human beings? Means yes, it is. Is it clear to you? So the microorganisms or the pathogens are responsible for diseases in plants too. Is it clear to you? So plants are also getting affected because of microorganisms. Is it clear to children? So what is going to happen if the microorganisms like fungi or bacteria, when they infect the plants? Okay. So when we observe infections in plants, what is the effect? So they are going to destroy the parts of the plants, maybe fruits or seeds or other parts of the plant's leaves. They are getting infected. So what will be the impact of that? So in what way they are going to cause harm? Definitely you know that the crop yield will be reduced. Is it clear to you? The crop yield. Crop yield means what? So the farmers are growing crops to provide food to all the people. Is it not, children? And the food yield, the amount, the quantity of food whichever is produced, or the quality of food whichever is produced, maybe fruits or vegetables or food grains, they will be getting loss. Is it clear to children? Means what? The yield of the crop will be reduced. Okay. And the quality, because the food products are getting affected because of microorganisms. So the quality of food grains or the quality of fruits or vegetables also will be damaged. So if you are consuming such type of foods or food grains, what will happen means we are also going to suffer from certain kinds of again infections. Is it clear to children? So that's why here we are supposed to protect the plants also from the harmful microorganisms. So in today's class we are going to learn some of the diseases which are caused in plants due to microorganisms. Is it clear to children? So now just like yesterday's lesson, in the table you learned. So what did you learn? Diseases and causative organism, how the disease is going to be spreading. So that we have learned. Is it clear to children? So now here name of the plant disease. Plant disease. Next, causative microorganism. Causative microorganism. Next one is said to be mode of transmission. Mode of transmission. So what do you mean by mode of transmission? Yesterday also I said the spreading of disease. Spreading of a disease from person to person, or here plant to plant or field to field. So how it is happening? That one we call it as a transmission. Is it clear to children? So now first let us learn about the citrus canker disease. Citrus canker. So citrus canker is caused because of a bacteria, Mycobacterium citri. Okay. So bacteria is the causative organism of a citrus canker. How that bacteria is going to be spreading from plant to plant? That is because of air. Okay. So now here you may get citrus. So citrus fruits. So all kinds of fruits like sweet lime, lemon, oranges, juice fruits, all these belong to citrus family. Is it clear to you? So that the citrus family plants are getting affected because of this bacteria. Is it clear to children? So bacteria is responsible for citrus canker. Now, what kind of symptoms we are going to observe? So usually lemons. If you go to market, lemon, if you observe, it will be green or yellow in color. Fresh fruits, lemons you can observe. But if the lemon is affected with the bacteria, so we are going to observe very much brownish color, dead patches like on the peel of that lemon. Is it clear to children? So those are caused because of this bacteria whichever is infecting the plants. So that what will happen means the bacteria is that juicy content will be just lost, and they cannot be having freshness. Is it clear to you? So that that is not good for the farmers. Is it clear to children? Why? Because if the plants are getting infected like that with that disease, no one is going to purchase such type of lemons. Is it clear to children? So like that, this citrus canker is a bacterial disease in all citrus fruits. Okay. So just now I said lemon, sweet lime, oranges, all kinds of the juice fruits, all that belong to family Rutaceae. Is it clear to you? So these plants are getting affected because of this bacteria which is responsible for this disease, citrus canker. Is it clear to you? So we can observe very much dried brown color spots on the citrus fruits. Okay. So because of that, the juicy content in the fruits will be less. Is it clear to you? And they are not good for consumption also. Is it clear to you? Then next one is red rot of sugarcane. Red rot of sugarcane. Red rot of sugarcane. Is it clear to you? So sugarcane, you know what is the commercial use of sugarcane? So sugarcane is used in preparing sugars and jaggery. Is it not, children? And even sugarcane pulp is used in a large scale in what is that molasses preparation. Is it clear to you? Which is a byproduct in sugarcane in sugar industry. Is it clear to children? And this sugarcane juice everyone likes. Okay, ganne ka ras we tell. Is it not? And cheraku rasam we call. So if we observe that stems of those sugarcane stumps, if we observe that sugarcane stumps, so everyone likes to eat, no children? So what we are going to observe in that means here the sugarcane stems, if we observe, in between, usually outside it will be very much green or white, it will be seen healthy, but inside if we see sometimes black color or red color spots we can observe. Okay, usually when we are eating that, when we are chewing that sugarcane stumps, we feel sweet taste. Is it not? So by chance, if we eat the sugarcane whichever is infected with that that spots, if we are observing, then it will be very much tasteless or sometimes bitter also. Because of summer, here what will be present means spores will be present. So this red rot of sugarcane is going to be spread caused because of fungi. Okay, so fungi is responsible for red rot of sugarcane. So have you observed children like that patches? Is it clear to you? So that disease is also going to be spreading from plant field to field through air and saplings. Okay. So here saplings or seedlings means we know that how sugarcane is getting propagated through stem cuttings. Is it not, children? So the healthy stems are selected and they are cut. The stump is cut, and wherever we have this nodal regions with axillary buds are going to be slantingly sown in the soil. Is it clear to children? So in the beginning only, when this seedlings which are used for propagation, when they are infected with this disease, then the plants which are growing from that also will be getting affected. Is it clear to children? So here are the seedlings. Seedlings means baby plants, and air. So in the air the spores will be present when they are just reaching the fields. Then obviously through air the disease is spreading from plant to plant. So plant to plant, field to field, it is going to be spreading. Is it clear to children? So like that here, red rot of sugarcane is a fungal disease whichever is seen in sugarcane. Then coming to the next one, Thicka disease in groundnut. Thicka disease in groundnut. So groundnut, what are the uses of groundnut? We know we get oil, groundnut oil we get from the seeds, and groundnut seeds are used in preparing sweets, and all other food items will be prepared because of groundnuts. Is it not, children? Because large scale the groundnuts are used as oil seeds. So in oil production we are using them, and the pulp of that after crushing the seeds, after extracting oil, the pulp will be used as a fodder for the animals, that is the cattle, and again that pulp is, cake is used as a manure, as it is used as manure for the fields. So many uses are there, children, because of this groundnut. Is it clear to you? So groundnut crop is affected because of a fungi. Okay. So fungi is responsible for Thicka disease in groundnut. Is it clear to you? So how we can observe that field is affected with that Thicka disease means here, if we observe the leaves of groundnut, we can see here dark color patches. So dark color patches will be seen on the leaves. Is it clear to you? So what is going to happen if the dark color patches are seen? So the fungus is going to affect the leaves. You know the importance of leaves. They help in preparing food by the process photosynthesis in the plants. So if that leaves are not there, then the plants also getting, other parts are also getting affected. Then the spores which are produced in these leaves, they will be reaching other parts also. Groundnuts are also getting, seeds are also getting affected because of this fungi. Is it clear to children? So how this disease is going to be spreading? Again from field to field through air, and the seeds which are affected. Okay, if we collect the seeds or crop from the field, whichever is getting affected with Thicka disease. Is it clear to children? So the seeds, when they are used as it is without treating them before they are sown in the field, then what is going to happen? Through seeds are also the disease is going to be spreading. Through seeds also the disease is going to be spreading. Is it clear to children? So that it is not good, and the yield of the crop will be reduced. Is it clear to children? Then coming to the next one. So tobacco, tobacco mosaic virus. So we call it as TMV. Okay. So tobacco is caused by virus So tobacco crop. So we have some uses. Medicinal value is there with this tobacco also, but it is used as a in preparation of cigarettes, etc., BD, etc. Is it clear to children? So this when this crop is affected with that virus, mosaic virus, how we can identify the plants which are affected with that disease? The leaves of this, so leaves only are having use, commercial value is there children. Tobacco is produced in large scale, is it clear to children, which is used in the preparation of cigarettes, cigars, etc. So now if we see that leaves, so the leaves are appeared with patches of different colors, like different colors means red, yellow colors. Usually the leaves will be green in color, no? When the virus is affecting these plants, tobacco plants, the leaves will be seen with some kind of dotted portions with yellow color or red color patches we are going to observe, small dot like structures. So that what will happen? The quality of that leaf will be destroyed or damaged. Is it clear to children? So like that here, tobacco mosaic virus is spreading from plant to plant through insects. So here insects are responsible for the spread of the disease from field to field. Is it clear to children? Tobacco mosaic virus. So mosaic means what? Just like here, appearance with different colors like. So mosaic flooring, do you have you seen? So it was old fashioned, but is it clear? For flooring we were using mosaic flooring, is it? So where we have the small different colored chips in that, is it clear to you? So just like that, the leaves are getting affected with the different colors, is it clear to children? So that's why it is called a tobacco mosaic virus, is it clear to you? So tobacco is having the commercial value, some medicinal value it is also there, but it is misused by the youth. So that we are going to learn in next lessons. Is it clear to you? So it is getting affected because of virus, and insects are responsible for transmission of that disease from field to field. Then smut disease of rice. Smut disease of rice. So this smut disease of rice, how it is going to be spreading means that is because of fungus. So what will happen means, we know that the seedlings, okay, so the saplings, young plants, paddy plants, okay, smut disease of rice. So rice paddy plants. So we are going to sow the saplings, is it not children? So those will be getting affected because of this fungus. Is it clear to you? So the saplings must be green in color, but if we observe the field, it will be changing to yellow color or white color, so that in the beginning only the crop is getting damaged. Is it clear to you? So because of that, the farmer is getting loss. Is it clear to you? So how this disease is going to be spreading means that is again through air. So the spores are going to be transmitted from field to field through air. Is it clear to children? So suppose if we are getting any disease means, the person who got affected with the disease due to microorganisms will be isolated. So we can be in separate rooms. So our person will be separated, keeping them in isolated room. Okay, but here fields it is not. Is it not? So one field, others fields, like that, side by side only they will be there. So in large scale they are going to be getting affected because of air or water or through insects. Is it clear to children? So like that here, the microorganisms are responsible for causing different kinds of diseases in plants or too. Is it clear to you? So because of that, what will happen means, the yield will be reduced, then the quality of the products which we are getting from the plants will be of not good. Is it clear to you? And the quantity also will be reduced. Then if you are consuming such type of food, grains or fruits or vegetables which are affected with these pathogens, not only they are destroying the crops, but they are responsible for sometimes causing infections in the human beings too. Is it clear to children? So that's why here the farmers must take care of their crops. Most starting from the preparing soil for agriculture, means for growing crops, then selection of seeds, treating the seeds with natural chemicals, means in the beginning only the crop must be protected from pathogens, and afterwards spraying antibiotics on the plants. So if we see, if the farmer is going to take care like that, then obviously the plant diseases also can be controlled. Is it clear to children? So till here we completed the diseases caused due to microorganisms in human beings as well as in plants. Is it clear to children? So now here just now one point I explained you. So when we consume the food whichever is getting affected because of these microorganisms, then their pathogens are going to enter into our body also. Is it not children? So what is the harm we are going to get? So that we are learning now. So have you observed any time? So when your mother gives roasted groundnuts, if you are eating continuously, continuously means sometimes. So it's just like snacks when we are eating. So all of a sudden we get bitter taste. By chance we don't know. Outside the groundnut seeds are good. So but we feel bitter taste. So how that bitter taste we are going to get means because the groundnut seeds are affected. Outside they are good only, it will be seen. So inside the groundnut seeds are sometimes discolored, or they may be changed to brown or black color like, is it clear to you? So that is because of fungus. Okay. Or sometimes if we are consuming food like whichever is stale, or stale means we don't know whether that food is soiled or spoiled, that we don't know. So if we are consuming, then people are saying that, or complaining that maybe they are suffering from vomitings or motions. Have you observed any time? So suppose if we visit any function because of taking contaminated water or contaminated food, then we suffer from vomitings or motions. Is it clear to children? So here that one is because of consuming soiled food. Is it clear to you? Or spoiled food. When we are consuming spoiled food or the food whichever is not protected in a proper way, so if the people are consuming, then sometimes that will be causing some bad effects in our body. So that one we call it as a food poisoning. Food poisoning. Is it clear to you? What is meant by food poisoning? Suppose if we take the food whichever is soiled or spoiled. Is it clear to children? We don't know it is spoiled like fruits or grains, just now I said. So if we are consuming our fish, dry fish, okay, we don't know. So the food is prepared with that, and if we are consuming, then the pathogens which are present in that are entering into our body through food. So which is showing some effects in our body functioning. Is it clear to you? So that one we call it as a food poisoning. Is it clear to you children? So these microorganisms are going to produce some kind of poisonous chemicals. Okay, what do we call those chemicals which are produced in the food grains because of microorganisms? Means they are called as toxins. So toxins are poisonous chemicals which are produced in the food grains, which are not preserved properly, which are not preserved, I am telling, or which are not protected properly. So because of some agents, the food grains are getting damaged. So when we are going to consume, then that results in food poisoning. And how that food poisoning is caused means because of the microorganisms are producing some chemicals, that too poisonous chemicals, that we call them as toxins. For example, just now I said groundnut seeds. Okay, so if we remove the outer seed coat, we can observe brown color or black color in the groundnut seeds. So what do you call that? Means they are because of some kind of fungi, mycotoxins. Is it clear to children? Toxins, poisonous chemicals are produced. So consumption of that type of food results in food poisoning. Is it clear to you? In our body, that results in vomitings or motions or severe stomach disorders. If it is serious, sometimes it leads to death also. Is it clear to children? Then you might have observed also, suppose if we preserve grains as it is raw, they will be preserved for a longer period of time, fresh in condition, whereas cooked foods, they are getting soiled much earlier than the raw food grains. Have you observed any time? Summer season, you will be observing now and then your mother boiling the milk or whatever food, whichever is prepared, like dal, whichever is prepared, or vegetables prepared. Again she will be reheating them. Why reheating? Not to getting affected that food with that microorganisms. Is it clear to children? So if it is not done, usually that will be seen in summer season. Okay. So the food is getting soiled. So that type of food is not good for our health. Is it clear to children? So now to protect ourselves from the causes caused because of food poisoning, we must preserve the food in a proper way. Is it clear to children? So that we are going to learn now in this class how we can preserve the food and what are the different methods in preservation of food. Then how we can store the food and why should we store the food. So all that we are going to discuss now in this class. Food preservation. So here everyone likes to eat fish. Is it not? So because fish is a good source of different kinds of vitamins A, D, E, etc. And it is having rich protein content, good for health. Okay. So the fish is consumed when it is fresh condition or it is dried, and that dried fish also will be used by people in preparing different food dishes. Is it not, children? But here, if the fish is not dried in a proper way, what is going to happen means the food is that fish is getting destroyed or damaged because of a bacteria, Clostridium botulinum. So name of the bacteria is Clostridium botulinum, and this is a bacteria, and this bacteria is going to live on the fish whichever is not preserved in a proper way. So if the people are consuming fish whichever is getting infected because of this bacteria, then the people are suffering from a disease called botulism. Botulism. Is it clear to you? So what is going to happen because of this botulism? The people who consume this fish which is contaminated with that bacteria, they suffer from vomitings, severe vomitings, and diarrhea, loose motions. Diarrhea means, is it clear to you, children? And sometimes it may lead to death also. That is because of food poisoning caused because of bacterium, Clostridium botulinum bacteria in a fish. Okay. So basically, what are the symptoms of consuming the contaminated food means that vomitings or motions, or if it is serious, sometimes it leads to death. Is it clear to children? So Clostridium botulinum is responsible for a disease called botulism. Is it clear to you? So that disease is caused because of this bacteria Clostridium botulinum whichever is growing on the fish. Is it clear to you? So if it is serious, then the people will die. So in tomorrow's class we will discuss about the different methods which are used in preserving food. which are used in preserving food, and the different types which are used. Apart from that, why should we preserve food, that we will discuss tomorrow. Is it clear to children? Thank you.